What is the Holocaust? The Holocaust was the largest systematic killing of Jews in history. It was so horrific and so unprecedented that a new word was created to describe it: genocide, consisting of the Greek word genus, meaning race or tribe, and the Latin word side, meaning killing, the deliberate killing of a people. Between 1941 and 1945, Nazi Germany murdered 6 million Jews, 2/3 of Europe's Jewish population, along with millions of other minorities like Romas, political prisoners, disabled individuals, and members of the LGBTQ+ community. But the Holocaust didn't begin with gas chambers or concentration camps. It began with words, propaganda, and laws designed to discriminate against and dehumanize Jews. Anti-Semitism wasn't new in Germany or in Europe. For centuries, Jews had been scapegoated, marginalized, and attacked, blamed for everything from plagues to murders, accused of controlling economies and even the weather. But Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party weaponized this hatred in ways the world had never seen before. When Hitler rose into power in Germany in 1933, he built his platform on the idea of racial Aryan supremacy. White skin, blonde hair, blue eyes. At the same time, he labeled Jews a subhuman race, a threat to society that needed to be eradicated. This ideology was at the very core of the Nazi movement. One of their first steps was passing the Nuremberg laws in 1935. These laws stripped Jews of their citizenship, banned them from public life, and outlawed marriage between Jews and non-Jews. Propaganda spread vile stereotypes, brainwashing and conditioning the German public to see Jews not as neighbors, but as enemies. When World War II broke out in 1939, the Nazis' anti-Jewish policies escalated. Jews were rounded up and forced into ghettos, these walled-off sections of cities, where they lived in overcrowded, disease-ridden conditions with little food or resources. These ghettos were initially a means to isolate and control the Jewish community, but later became staging areas for the Nazis' final solution, their plan to systematically exterminate the Jewish people. In 1941, the Nazis deployed death squads to carry out mass shootings, eliminating entire Jewish communities across Eastern Europe. These squads brutally murdered hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children. But even this horrifying method wasn't enough for the Nazis. They wanted a faster, more efficient way to execute their plan to exterminate the Jewish people. This led to the creation of death camps, places like Auschwitz-Birkenau and Treblinka. These camps were designed solely for mass murder. Trains transported millions of Jews to these camps, where most were sent directly to gas chambers. Others were forced into grueling labor, starvation, and horrific medical experiments. By the end of the war in 1945, 6 million Jews were murdered, including 1.5 million children. Entire families and communities were wiped out. Their homes, businesses, and belongings had been stolen or destroyed. With nowhere to return and no family left alive, many survivors sought refuge in displaced persons camps scattered across Europe. These camps offered temporary shelter, but little else, leaving survivors questioning where to go next. For many, the answer was the land of Israel, which was still under British rule at the time. Others immigrated to different continents, starting over and rebuilding their lives from scratch. The Holocaust highlighted the urgency of establishing a safe haven for Jews, a place where they could govern themselves and live without fear of persecution. This reinforced the case for Zionism, a progressive movement, and made it crystal clear that the reestablishment of a Jewish state was an urgent necessity. The Holocaust wasn't just a Jewish tragedy, it was a human tragedy. It showed the devastating consequences of silence and inaction. As the survivors' voices grow fewer with each passing year, it is our responsibility to remember and honor those who were lost and to learn from this history so that it is never repeated. So, what is the Holocaust? It was the systematic killing of the Jewish people by the Nazis in World War II. And it's a story we must continue to tell, not just for the Jewish people, but for all of humanity, so that never again truly means never again.